We write songs about movies, and this week, we've written songs about Harold and Maude. Like, comment, subscribe, and reenact Romeo and Juliet with that bell icon. This is the Royds Revue podcast. Hello, and welcome to the Royds Revue podcast. I'm Rob.
And I'm Andy.
And we are back. And this week, we've written songs about 1971's Harold and Maude. Andy. Oh my God.
That's pretty good.
It's important to rhyme, Andy. How are you?
I'm all right. Remember last week I said, I don't know if you kept it in, but I sneezed and I held it in and I blew out my O-ring in my throat. Apparently, I did. I hurt myself because I went to the doctor and they were like, yeah, because you don't have a virus or anything. You're good, but that's why you're losing your voices, because apparently I did that and it swelled. It got swollen, and that's why I sound so sexy. This episode's for the ladies.
Yeah, it is. That's why your song's a Barry White cover.
You know, when I searched Harold and Maude to watch this movie, a lot of movies have the name Harold in the title.
I can name two, Andy. Harold and Maude and Harold and the Purple Crayon, which is a sequel to this.
That's incorrect. How about Harold and Kumar Go to White Castle?
Okay, you're right. But now, are most of the movies just that and those sequels?
No. Then there's The Unlikely Pilgrimage of Harold Fry. There's a movie just called Harold.
I'm getting the sense this is your way of telling me you didn't watch Harold and Maude.
I watched everything but.
Yeah. You're gradually working your way up to being like, so, in short, I couldn't find this.
It took me a while to find it, to be honest. But here is Harold, Master Harold, and the boys.
I don't like that. I don't like Master Harold and the boys at all.
It's got Ving Rhames in it.
Okay.
Yeah. And then there's My Name is Harold. Whatever Happened to Harold Smith? Anyway, after I watched all those, I finally watched Harold and Maude.
Very nice, Andy.
Yeah.
I'm glad you finally got around to it.
I did, yeah.
This was actually a request. You can do a request in the link below at that request submission form. Wow, that was smooth, Rob. It was requested by Larry, and full disclosure, that's my father.
Wow, thanks. Thanks, yeah. Mr. Hall.
He has been recommending this movie to me for roughly 30 years, and I said, you know what, Dad? When I am doing a movie podcast, you can request that movie and I'll do it.
Yeah, where I write songs about movies.
And he said to me, Rob, it's 1995. What's a podcast?
What's a podcast, man? What are you talking about?
Andy, had you seen Harold and Maude before?
I had not, but I was aware of it. I had heard about this movie. And I heard that it is very quirky.
I think it's very cozy. I felt very cozy watching this movie.
I thought this was a beautiful movie.
Oh yeah, this was great.
At the end I got a little choked up.
I didn't get choked up.
I didn't full on cry, but I felt a little lump in my butt.
I was gonna say, if it was a lump in your throat, it's because of what you did to
it. Yeah, it's probably the sneeze, yeah. No, but that's also how you know you're an old bitch. I'm an old bitch because I sneeze and I'm suffering. What is that?
Your body's giving out after giving birth.
That's what it is, yeah.
Yep. You're still struggling to lose the baby weight.
Yeah, I am. I really am. I wouldn't say it's profound in any way. It's just a really nice movie.
The message of live life to the fullest is not a new message.
It's told in a relatively unique way. It reminded me of how I felt after we watched previous episode. With the
Andy liked it so much, you could tell.
Yeah. Jimmy Stewart.
It's a Wonderful Life.
It's a Wonderful Life. Yeah.
I knew that's where you were going, but in my head I was like, there's no way he would forget the name of It's a Wonderful Life, would he?
Well, there is a way.
Yeah. Where there's a will, there's a way. But your name's Andy. Starring Bud Cort and Ruth Gordon. Bud Cort actually passed away earlier this year, R.I.P. Directed by Hal Ashby, and the music by Cat Stevens. Pretty cool. I had a thought after last week where we did Drive, and I kept saying, I didn't like the music in this. It's the exact opposite, where it's like, if you don't like Cat Stevens, I could totally see your experience of this movie being like, good movie, don't really love the music, but I really like Cat Stevens, so I'm like, yeah, this is cool.
There is a lot of Cat Stevens in it.
There's a lot of Cat Stevens.
And I'm okay with Cat Stevens. My parents liked Cat Stevens, so I grew up with a lot of Cat Stevens. And
You got no beef with Cat Stevens.
No, I don't have any beef.
I like Dog Ralph.
Very good. I think Cat Stevens is short for Cathaniel Stevens.
I think you're absolutely right. The movie opens with Harold faking a suicide by hanging.
Yeah, the opening credits are like a pretty extensive oneer. This is 1971.
I really enjoy the way he goes through the whole process of getting ready to do it, and you don't really see his face as he's setting it up. The credits rolling, and then he just drops down, and his mother walks in totally unfazed, and then walks out, dinner's at 8, and he just starts making dying noises and stuff.
What did you watch this on?
Canopy.
See, I have Canopy. I should have just watched it on that.
You should have.
I didn't even think to search on that.
I always check Canopy.
Yeah, I gotta do that from now on. I watched it on Pluto TV at first. Now, Pluto TV is free TV, right? But with ads, right?
With abs. It's TV with abs you can wash your clothes on.
Yeah. I found it weird that a lot of the ads on Pluto TV are for Pluto TV. Like, I'm already here, man. I don't get it. Why does that happen? What would keep happening was after the ads would play, the movie would play, but then it would start skipping. So I was like, okay, let me close the app, reopen the app, restart from where I was. I'd do that, and then the ad would play, and the same thing would happen. Yeah, I ended up just buying it on Apple, which sucks, but I mean, by buying, I mean renting. We buy it for 48 hours or whatever. But yeah, I gotta check Canopy. Support your local libraries.
Always check Canopy. They have a really good selection of movies. At dinner, Harold's mother tells the story of his father getting arrested in France, and she also says that Harold is prone to illness.
He's just like a sickly little boy. He's kind of got that look.
Oh yeah, he absolutely does. He's very pale. His eyes are sunken in. He's very thin. Harold fakes his death again, this time by slitting his own throat in the bathroom, and there is blood everywhere.
Yeah, and even his mom's like, that one was too much.
Yeah. Harold goes to this weird version of therapy where both chairs are facing the same way. He tells the therapist that he goes to funerals for fun. And then he goes to a funeral, and we see Maude for the first time, and she's just standing off to the side eating an apple.
Yeah, she like sneezes or something.
Yeah, and people get annoyed at this woman for sneezing or coughing at a funeral.
Question. What was she doing there?
She goes to funerals for fun.
Does she?
I think she also just goes to funerals. Because she likes to do quirky things.
Yeah, she's a quirkman.
Yes, I think that's her last name. Maud Quirkman.
Yeah.
Harold gets yelled at because he modded his car to look like a hearse. This dude rocks.
Yeah. Yeah, back then, frowned upon. Now, it's like, that guy's badass.
That guy's cool. Well, later on, when he has that, like, really nice car, and he mods it to look like a hearse, and they're like, that's hideous. I'm like, nah, brother, that looks sick as hell.
Yeah, that's pretty cool, man. Harold's pretty handy to be able to do that.
Yeah. Harold is a master at visual effects and cars.
There's your calling, dude.
His mother even makes a comment at one point, like, I wish you would take your talents and put them to something useful as opposed to modding your car to look like a hearse and doing these elaborate fake suicides.
Well, the mom is kind of played as like, Also, I guess this is another question. The mom is like super British, and they live in like a castle. But this is in America, right? Like,
I have no idea.
everybody else is American.
No, Maude isn't from America.
That's true, but like, all the cars are driving on the American side. All the wheels,
The cops are
steering
American.
wheels. Yeah, the steering wheels are on the American side.
Harold visits his Uncle Victor, who is missing an arm, and I really like this contraption that he uses to allow him to salute even without his arm.
Yeah, very funny. Very funny. And you could see how, because people apparently back when this came out, people were like, this movie's heinous. You could see how, like, you could see with all the fake death and then, like, mocking the military like that, like how people in 1971 were like, poo poo. But, like, nah, this movie's good. This movie rocks, actually.
Harold fakes his death again, and I thought this was the funniest fake suicide because he's just floating face down in the pool, and his mom is just doing laps.
She's just getting her exercise in.
She's so unfazed by this point.
Yeah, now, I understand that she's played as, you know, kind of a stuck-up person who wants him to conform and all that. But this is a real problem. Like, if you have a kid and they're continuously faking their own death, this is a real problem for you. You know, like, I understand that she is like, I gotta get this guy. He needs help. Like,
This dude needs to get laid.
yeah.
Because he is an adult.
He is. He looks like a child, but he is an adult.
I don't know how old he actually is. He does look like he could be anywhere from 14 to 27.
I think he's like 20, 21.
Which is why it's weird when his mom's like, it's time for you to grow up and have some responsibility. You need to get married. It's like, oh, no, that's not how that works.
Oh, it's the 70s, baby.
It's the 70s, and the mom is rich, so she's still just gonna pay for everything.
Right.
We get another therapy scene. We learn that Harold has faked about 15 suicides. This is a really funny line. The therapist goes, and have these all been for your mother's benefit? And he goes, I would not say benefit.
Yeah.
Harold goes to another funeral. He has offered some licorice from Maude. She tells him that she'll be 80 next week. I'm gonna be honest, she did look great for 80.
Yeah, she does. And he even says that. He's like, you don't look 80. Says that later. But yeah, because you could kind of attribute that to her living life to the fullest, you know?
Yeah, now Andy, would you?
You know what? Watching the movie, like, if I were in his position, yeah, I would.
No, don't put any qualifiers on it. Not
Oh, like,
if I was in
it's-
his position.
If it's just me, nah, I'm good.
Yeah, you would. Don't be a... Yeah, you would.
But, like, in his situation, she, like, changes his life.
This is a heinous discussion to have about...
I mean, it's
Older
fine.
I
That's
thought
what
you
the
would
movie
laugh.
is.
I didn't think you'd actually... I didn't think you'd answer the question honestly. I thought you'd go, Robbie!
You know, I'm sure that there would be some confusion. Like, I'd be like, am I in love with this 80-year-old woman? You know?
Yes. We kind of get that later on after he says they're getting married and he talks to the three guys and he's like, you know, there is that belief that men want to marry their mother, but you want to have sex with your grandmother. And seeing the interactions he has with his mother, there is absolutely this weird, like, Oedipal thing to it where he desperately wants a mother who isn't cold.
You know, he's definitely a virgin, right? Like, you would assume. But,
I
like,
hope.
Yeah. But, like, you would kind of misconstrue, like, this is love, but like you know, because you could love things and not be like romantically in love with them, you know? Like I love my cat, but I'm not gonna have sex with my cat. Put a couple of drinks in me, who knows?
Dude!
But it's also nice if it is real love, you know? Yeah, it's weird, but it's cool. Man, you love who you love, you know?
We also do get a hint at what's going to happen later, because as Harold and Maude are talking, Maude talks about he was 80 years old, perfect age to die. You know, 75 is too young, and 85, I didn't catch what she said either time I watched the movie, but something about, like, holding on too long, I guess.
Yeah, and she drops little things like that throughout the movie where she's like, I'm gonna die at 80.
Yeah. I have a question. There's a whole parade outside this funeral. Is that a coincidence, or did the family ask for a parade? There are a lot of little things in the background of this movie that I caught on the second watch. The parade I caught the first time, but later on there's just a scene and somebody just falls over.
Really?
Yes, there's a lot of really bizarre things happening. Not bizarre, but there's a lot of little silly gags in the background that you don't really catch because you're focusing on Harold and Maude.
I gotta give it another watch. Because you know what? I watched this and I said, I gotta watch this again with my wife. I think she'd really like it. So I'm probably gonna watch this again.
Maude asks Harold if he sings and dances. Obviously he says no. This kid doesn't sing and dance. She peels off, driving on the curb. We learn it's someone else's car. And Maude is an old woman just going around stealing cars. Grandma Theft Auto.
Excellent. He's done it.
I wrote that down earlier. That was very important to me.
Get this man a sandwich.
The mother gets Harold a dating service. Great line by the mother. They weed out the fat and the ugly.
Yeah.
This whole bit is great. How the mother starts answering the questions for him, and then she's very clearly just giving her opinions.
Yeah, while he's loading a gun.
He points it at her first. She's totally oblivious.
Even though it's like a joke and it's played for laughs, this is clearly a cry for help. Like, he's telling you he hates what you're doing. Just let him be him, you know?
He shoots himself in the head, and the mother just goes, Harold, please!
Yeah.
Another thing I noticed on my second watch is he never says a word to his mother throughout this entire movie.
That's really interesting. That's a really nice touch.
Yeah, he never speaks a word back to her, and the mother never notices.
That's 10 out of 10 filmmaking.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's really good stuff. There's a great part during the questionnaire. It's, do you find wife swapping distasteful? And she goes, I find the question distasteful.
Yeah. Yeah.
We get another funeral. Harold and Maude are once again in attendance. Maude offers Harold a ride, and she's in the hearse, and Harold's like, well, this is my car, so...
It's like, and then she goes, okay, you drive. And they switch.
The guy from yesterday approaches her about taking his car, and she's like, what'd you think of... How did you like that? He goes, well, I didn't.
Yeah.
She, like, drew things in his car and stuff.
Yeah.
She reveals she used to break into pet stores and free the canaries. Harold fakes being dead at therapy. He tells his therapist he has no friends. Yeah, we can tell.
Yeah. One wouldn't.
Yeah. We get the first of Harold's dates. This woman named Candy. Apparently she's only setting him up on dates with strippers. Because this one's Candy. Later on, there's one named like Sunshine or whatever. It's like, okay, hey Ma, why don't you do a little vetting of these women first?
I like all of these setups. It's just for him to do either kill himself or maim himself in front of them, and they're just like, oh my god. Until the last one, she's into it, and I like that. That was funny too.
The mom and Candy are talking about Harold. And Candy's telling him she's a poli-sci major and she's minoring in home ec or whatever. And in the background, you see Harold cover himself in a sheet, cover himself in gasoline.
Like, you know it's coming.
Yes. He lights himself on fire, and this poor woman's like, Harold! And he just walks up and goes, yeah?
Yeah. And she just beelines it out of there. She's like, I'm not putting up
I would too!
Yeah. But also, how did he do that?
He's a visual of... This man is Phil Tippett. He's a young Phil Tippett. That's all it is.
Yeah.
The visual effects mastermind. But the mother gives Harold a great look here. She just, like, looks him up and down like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Why are you
What have
doing
you done?
that? Yeah.
Harold goes looking for Maude, and she's having a nude ice sculpture made of her. They're talking. She shows Harold some of her artwork. And then she shows him this machine that replicates smells or something. She's like, this is 42nd Street. It's 1971. That smells like STDs.
Yeah, and piss.
Yeah, and heroin.
Yeah.
Yo, give me some of that.
Oh.
He's like, it smells like a Subway. She shows Harold a sculpture she made, and she's like, caress it. And then he sticks his face in it. He's like, chill, dude.
Hell yeah, brother.
Chill the hell out.
She's like, all right, relax. I just told you to caress it. He's like licking it and getting all up in there.
They sit down for tea and ginger pie, and she tells them that when she was younger, they called her Ginger Pie.
Robbie.
They sit down for tea and ginger pie. She credits her youthful appearance to her diet, exercise, and doing some fire breathing every morning, and she just goes, ha, 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 and then she's like, whew, that took a lot out of me.
Yeah, I mean, it's working.
The two go and sit in the dump and watch a man work while having a picnic. Maude goes on about how things grow, change, and die, and she wants to change into a sunflower. She points out the little differences between some smaller flowers, and it pans out, and they're in a giant military cemetery. They both have this obsession with death, like, right here, were they just chilling in a cemetery? Was there a funeral here beforehand?
Well, this is where she's asking him, like, what do you like to do? And he shows her. So I think it makes sense that they're there, because he's like, sometimes I just chill at a cemetery. You know, that's a very Harold thing to do. So I think she's just, you know, seeing what he's like. Because I think she sees that this is a kid who needs to understand that life is worth living. So let me take him under my wing. But first, you gotta size him up. Yeah. She's gotta size him up, you know, mentally and whatever.
Maude continues to drive poorly because it's 1971, and this was the assumption about how all women drove. She parks half on the sidewalk and decides she wants to transplant a tree from the city into the forest. And as they're talking about it, the police go and look at her car, and she's totally unfazed. She's like, is that car up there parked fine? He's like, yeah, that's fine. And she just she waves at the cop, and the cop's like,
yeah.
She just peels off.
The stop sign blows right through it. Great stuff.
Maude talks about her umbrella. She used it as a weapon during protests and such.
This scene, Ruth Gordon, 10 out of 10 performance. She's tears in her eyes. Good Lord. And, like, they drop all this, like, little stuff here and there. Like, she was, you know, a radical suffragette, you know, like, once married, you know, she's got tears in her eyes, like, and it's not until much later that you find out, like, what really happened to her. It's like, damn. That's why she's living life to the fullest, because she's truly experienced death, like, in a major way. And that turned her around, you know, where Harold, he hasn't really experienced death like that. But, you know, he needs her to show him the way, you know. But really good acting.
I want you show me the way, right?
Every day.
Good stuff.
Do the whole song. Yeah, but really good acting here.
She says she's fighting for the issues in her own small way now by being weird.
Yeah, I like how he's like, well,
I think you're upsetting people.
yeah. He's like, so you don't use the umbrella anymore? And she's like, no, I do it in my own way. Because she's like, I'm 80 years old. Like, you gotta chill out a little bit. Yeah.
She sits down at the piano and plays some Cat Stevens. She tells Harold to join in, but first of all, it doesn't seem like he knows the words at first. And then she's just baffled that he doesn't play an instrument, and she's like, here's a banjo. Let the music flow through you. Oh, that's not gonna sound good.
No, but at the end, he's crushing it.
Yeah, he's playing pretty well.
Yeah.
Because he practices.
Yeah, practice makes progress.
Ooh, very good.
That's what I tell my students.
So you're setting your kids up for failure. Okay, that's nice.
I don't understand.
You say practice makes perfect. You work for perfection.
No, by
Shoot
saying
for the
practice,
moon and you'll reach the stars.
By saying practice makes perfection, you're avoiding them feeling, lesser than, because nothing's perfect.
And then you give them something to
Except
strive
me.
for.
That's what I say. I say
Yes.
nothing's perfect except me. I
course you
punch him
say
in the
that.
eye.
Dude,
Yeah.
dude, don't do that.
Okay, I'll stop.
You kick him in the nose.
There you go.
Hammer punch them right in the throat. That's a weird angle because they're so small.
Yo, look up. And they're like, okay.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, right down onto. Oh God, you killed them, kids.
Yeah.
Oh man. Oh no.
But they died learning that practice makes progress.
That's good. You know what? I don't agree with your lesson, but I agree with your methods.
That's strange.
Harold practices the banjo. His mother has given away his hearse and gifted him a new car, and he's not happy about it. This is a Jaguar, right? She gives him a Jag or something?
Do you say Jaguar or Jaguar?
Harold's mother has also planned his next date, and Harold immediately gets to work modding his new car.
Looks sick.
Oh yeah. Harold and Maude steal the tree, and they just blow through this toll booth. At some point, Maude, you have to follow a law.
Nah, laws are for the sheep. And she ain't no sheep.
Maude doesn't have a license because she doesn't believe in them.
Yeah. She's like, I'm good on that.
And after the cop goes, all right, we gotta straighten this all out, she just goes, all right, thank you, goodbye.
Yeah.
Just drives off. He was very nice.
Yeah. That's good stuff.
And then she does donuts. She just starts doing donuts around the cop.
Hell yeah.
And he messes up his bike and his
Yeah,
leg.
he does. And it's funny because he can't really go back to the station being like, yo, I just got deked by an old lady, like.
They plant the tree in the forest. Maude says, the earth is my body, my head is in the stars, and then goes, who said that? And he's like, I don't know.
Yeah, you said it.
Yeah,
I don't
you made
know.
it up.
Again, very symbolic of her whole. She's like, life is precious, She's like,
My precious. She's
Yes.
Gollum, and
That's
life
what
is
it
the
is.
ring. Yeah.
Exactly. But she's teaching Harold life is precious, like she's not beating him over the head with it, but she's just like, let's do this thing. And he's like, why? And she doesn't even tell him really. She just does
Well,
it.
she's like, the tree must be free.
Right.
And it's like, he's like, I don't know what that means, but all
And
right.
he's like, whatever.
We can't take that. It's public property. She's like, that's why we can.
Right. It was good stuff.
I was like, I don't think that's how that works, Maude. Maudry.
I think she's a brilliant lady, and I would have gotten it.
You said before. let's roll the tape back on that one, Jerbison.
Jerbison.
That's his name.
It's time for a Royds Revue. Replay Review.
Yeah. Now, Andy, would you?
You know what? Watching the movie, like, if I were in his position, yeah, I would.
No. Don't put any qualifiers on it. Not
Oh, like,
if I was in
it's-
his position.
If it's just me, nah.
On the way back, Harold and Maude pass the cop from before, and he begins his slow speed pursuit. The cop pulls them over, he makes them get out of the car, they go back and forth, and I was pissing myself when the cop goes, "Possession of a stolen shovel."
Yeah. They just jack his bike.
Yeah, he's inspecting their car, and they just leave on the motorcycle.
Also, did you notice that as they're getting onto the motorcycle, Harold smashes himself in the face with the shovel by accident?
No.
Yeah, he does. He goes, and he's like, oh.
Harold and Maude do some hookah. He tells her that he's never lived, but he has died a few times, and he tells the story about how in school an experiment went wrong, causing a fire. He went home, but the cops just assumed he was dead and told his mother as such.
And he says his mother fainted. Like, she fell back, and that was the only time he, like, felt cared about, I guess. So he's like, I'll just do that forever.
Because that's when he realized he enjoyed being dead, and then he cries like a bitch.
Yeah, like a bitch. This is good stuff. I liked all this.
Harold and Maude dance. And then Harold's mother introduces him to Edith. It's his second date, and he has modded his new car to look like a hearse. This thing looks sick. I said it before, this thing looks so fucking sick.
Yo, make me one.
Yo, that's a
Harold.
pussy-mobile.
Hell yeah, brother.
You're driving that around? You don't need Maude.
Robbie fundamentally misunderstands the movie. It's not about getting sniz, Robbie.
It's about getting strange.
Hey.
While Edith is talking, Harold chops off his own hand.
Yeah. Like, I was just like, he's nodding along, he's like, oh yeah.
It takes multiple hacks, too.
Yeah.
In response to this, Harold's mother and Uncle Victor sign him up for the army and immediate active duty.
Yeah.
Victor tells Harold how great war is. And then Victor tells a story about killing a bunch of dudes. Harold seems to love the story because so many people died. And then Harold pulls the old Arlo Guthrie in Alice's restaurant when he gets a little too excited.
Yeah. I think this was all part, because he goes to Maude.
Well, this was the plan, yeah.
Yeah. He's like, hey, they're gonna draft me, and I need your help. She's like, I got you. Say less, fam. I think is verbatim what she says.
Bet. Well, he pulls out the little shrunken head. I like souvenirs. He's like, what?
Yeah.
And he pulls out the fake head. He's like, no, oh dear.
Yeah.
Maude protests, gets confronted by Harold and Victor, and Harold is sitting there screaming, "You commie!
Yeah.
You commie pig!"
Yeah. Good stuff. Very good stuff.
She takes the little head. Harold chases her with her sign, threatening to kill her, and during a little scrum, she falls through a hole and into the water, and Victor's like, "What have you done?
Yeah.
You have killed an old woman."
Yeah, this is all great stuff.
Harold and Maude wake up in a park, seemingly after a picnic. I like this line by Maude, "Everyone has a right to make an ass out of themselves." That's why we do this podcast.
Hell yeah, brother.
They have some fun. She does a primal scream, and we also get a Tarzan yell.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Was that
That's
her?
Just,
I thought that was her scream.
she's not doing that.
You never
I
know.
think they edited that in, Andy.
Oh, for sure. But I'm saying, like, is that supposed to be her?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Harold is set up for his third date, and according to his mother, it's his final chance at love.
Yeah. That seems like a restriction you have created.
Her name is Sunshine. She's an actress, but really gives off this hired date vibe, as I'll put it.
Yeah.
She turns down a cigarette, which I thought was illegal in 1971. If a man offers you a cigarette, you take it.
Yeah.
Harold shows her his harakiri blade, and he's like, want to watch me use it?
Yeah.
What an insane pull on a first date.
Listen, so I landed my wife.
There are dudes nowadays who would pull this stunt, thinking it's like flexing.
Yeah, probably.
And a woman who's impressed by it definitely goes crazy on it.
Definitely goes crazy on it. That's good stuff. I liked how she was just like, oh, we're acting? Okay, me too. I do that. And she like drinks the poison and stabs herself. And then the mom comes in and she's like, did you murder her?
Well, he does the whole ritual. He yells and dies.
That's not what he yells.
Shit. And then he's like, no! I think that's what he yells.
I doubt that Harold yells.
I watched it twice. I wrote down the first time, and then the second time I watched it, I was like, he does say. That's what I'm hearing. So write in. Send us an email or comment below. Is Harold saying bukkake?
All right, let me search Harold and Maude bukkake.
Andy, no.
Oh, no. My innocence.
Harold and Maude go to a carnival. They go to this weird model train thing. That's the director, the guy with the long beard here.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's the director, Hal Ashby, and I pointed that out to Laura, and she goes, he looks like the kind of guy who would direct this movie.
Yeah.
Harold and Maude watch the stars. He gives her a gift that says Harold loves Maude, and she says Maude loves Harold, and then throws the gift into the water so she'll always know where it is.
Yeah, very nice, very cute, very nice. But he also sees that she's got a tattoo on her arm, and that is extremely telling. Of
It's
like
a pinup girl.
Nope. She's got like a concentration camp tattoo on her, and I like the fact. Rafi! I like the fact that they do not even mention it. It's just in passing, but it tells us so much about what happened to her. Like, she lost her entire family in the Holocaust.
Well, it zooms in on it and it goes, bow, wow, wow.
Whip, whip, whip. Well, you see that she's gone through so much pain and death in her life, but she came out the other side more optimistic, like living in spite of the horrific shit that she's encountered, and her passing that on to him. It's a beautiful thing, truly.
I agree.
And then she's like, I'm finna die.
Well, we got some fireworks, and that's to symbolize the pole in the hole.
There's gotta be a better way to say that, Robbie.
They had sex.
Whoa.
Harold and Maude had intercourse.
Yep.
He's blowing bubbles as she's sleeping.
Oh, all right, man.
That's a weird substitute for cigarette.
You know? Yeah. Yeah.
He's like, sorry, I'm trying to quit. After Sunshine turned one down, I realized it's a nasty habit.
Yeah. They bumped uglies.
And that disgusts the priest.
Yes, it does.
Harold tells his mother that he's getting married to Maude. And then we watch his uncle, and then a therapist, and then a priest telling Harold that he shouldn't marry Maude. And the priest is like, the thought of your soft body against her withered.
It's like the slow zoom as he's just like he's like so livid about it. It's like,
and it ends with him staring down the barrel of the camera.
Yeah, and it's like, this is another thing. This movie's like very ahead of its time, I feel like, in a lot of ways. But what do you care about what other people are doing with their genitals, you know? Like, as long as it's consensual and everybody's legal, like, well, what's the problem here? Huh?
If I have... Okay, I get what you're saying. If I had a 20-year-old child and they were in a romantic relationship with an 80-year-old, that is vastly inappropriate.
Sure, but
if he was,
now,
if I had a 35-year-old child and they entered into a relationship with an 80-year-old, I'd say you're 35 years old. You do what you want.
Yeah, 20 is young. I'll give you that. But also, you think about why he's doing it, and it's because you simply do not get him, and you're forcing him to try and conform to norms that he's just not. Look at him; he's not a normal guy.
Listen,
you know?
I agree with that. That was just a rebuttal to your first point of like, why do they care? You know,
right.
These are three people. Like, it's a priest, his therapist, and his uncle. Three people who probably have some sort of relationship with him prior to this.
Sure, and it's also like they're kind of symbolic for society. You know, like they're old foundations in society who are like, that's wrong. But it's like, ooh, but I'm happy, you know? You know? Yard.
I understand I get your point, but like, I also understand the idea of being like, you're 20 and she's 80. That's just weird. Is she rich?
Well, she's rich in other ways, Robbie, isn't she?
Well, Andy, that means poor.
Yes, but she's rich in other ways, Robbie.
Harold and Maude celebrate her birthday. Maude says she couldn't imagine a better farewell. He's like, huh? And she's like, oh, I took the tablets about an hour ago. He's like, what?
Yeah, I like how that scene just ends with him going, like, there's a long pause. What? That's good stuff.
They rush her to the hospital. Harold is absolutely distraught. And Maude's like, go and love some more.
Yeah, that's good stuff. Like, he says, but I love you. And she's like, that's good. Now go and love some more. That's around this point, I was like, I'm getting a little choked up here. This is good stuff, brother. Very good. Like, because she's just like, well, my time has come. I've taught you everything that you need to know to be a happy person. Go do it. Go embrace life. Also, I gave you that sniz.
Yeah, that's what it was. He's like, oh, but I'm gonna miss. Come on, one more time, Maude.
Well, the thing is, she's like, listen, that's the first sniz you ever. I'm telling you, I'm 80 years old. Younger sniz is almost definitely gonna feel a little better.
Andy, you've been saying that to me since we were young, very young. That's why you went on that whole thing about age is just a number before.
You know what? I probably could have, in hindsight, I probably could have worded that better.
Yeah, a lot better, dude.
Sniz around your age is gonna feel a lot better.
Yeah.
There you go. Now you edit that.
Oh man. I like these shots of Harold like driving and it's like interspersed with the scene at the hospital.
Yes.
And Maude's just laying there like, I'm gonna die.
This was her plan. This is like, and honestly, I don't have any problem with it. Like, you could argue like, okay, it's kind of contradictory. She's saying live life to the fullest and then she kills herself. But it's like she's 80. She's like, no, this is when I want to go. She's still in control. Like, she's
going out on her terms. That's a great thing.
I agree. Euthanasia.
Maude dies. Harold drives his hearse off of a cliff. He gets out just in time, and he plays his banjo on the cliffside. And then the credits roll.
It's really good stuff. Like, he fakes his death one last time.
Yeah.
And then he, if you want to sing out, You know, they play that song 1,000 times,
Yeah.
and I'm not opposed to it. I like it.
The only time I didn't like it was when Maude was playing it. I thought that was a horrendous version of that.
Oh, I think it's funny because she's like, you know, she even says later, it's your duty to make an ass out of yourself. You know, she doesn't care that she can't sing. She doesn't care. She just likes doing it. You know, and I applaud that. I applaud this movie.
I applaud this movie too, Andy.
I thought this was great, and I thank your father for suggesting it.
I'll tell him that. Should we go to Letterboxd?
I think we should go to Letterboxd.
You can follow us on Letterboxd at TheRoydsBand. I'm going to Letterboxd right now, and I'm typing in Harold and Maude.
Now, is it Harold and Maude or Harold and Maude?
Harold and Zod. We have to kill Superman, Harold.
No.
Bud Cort and Michael Shannon.
Kneel before Maude.
I think this is a 4-star movie. I'd even go higher, but...
Yeah, I'd go 4.5 if you'd like.
All right, let's go 4.5. Let's feel good in the neighborhood. And it's highly rated on Letterboxd as well. It's got 4.1.
Yeah, this is a very good movie. I don't know what's stopping me from saying 5.
It's a vibe.
Yeah, what do you think?
I was willing to give it 4, so I like 4.5.
Okay. Yeah. I don't see anything wrong with it. I think the pacing is very good as well. It's a clean hour and a half.
That's a beautiful thing. Any movie that's a clean hour and a half, where I'm not going, how did we get here, is a beautiful thing.
Yeah, and it's just...
This is not my beautiful house. This is not my beautiful wife.
You might ask yourself, Robbie. But I left. I didn't leave anywhere. I was in my house. But when I was done, I said that was a beautiful movie.
It was beautiful.
Yeah.
So we gave it 4.5 stars on Letterboxd. Follow us at TheRoydsBand.
It's a simple and beautiful movie. There you go. It's not complex. Really, it's all laying. It's cool. It's laying everything out for you. It's just like this is it, and it's a wonderful thing.
The only thing that's complex are the visual effects that Harold pulls off. Andy, I wrote a song about Harold and Maude.
That's a different movie.
I wrote a song about Harold and Maude.
Me too.
I also have a pick to flip.
Flip that. Tails.
It is tails. It is tails. My word, my word.
I'll go first.
Oh boy.
I wrote my song. It's inspired by Cat Stevens. Really, it's got a Cat Stevens vibe.
And if you want to sing me out, sing me out.
Very good, excellent. And yeah, it's about finding the joy in life. Life is worth living and all that. It's pretty much what the Cat Stevens song. If you want to sing out, sing out. It's the same message, the same massage, if you will. All right, my song is called "Funerals for Fun," and it goes like this. I was living my life like I was dead, going to funerals for fun, being as close as I can get, a new sapphire and a gun. My people don't get me, they only care when they thought I was dead. But now I'm living my life to the full, remembering every word she said. But I love you, that's good, now go love some more. Go love some more. But I love you, but I love you, that's good, now go love some more. Go love some more. Maybe different, it doesn't mean that I should die.
'cause I'm not living a lie. But I love you. That's good, now go love some more. Now go love some more. But I love you. But I love you. That's good, now go love some more. Now go love some more.
That's my song. It's called Funerals for Fun.
That's a great title.
Isn't it?
That's a wonderful title.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
liked it.
Thank you. Yeah, it's just got like a cowboy chord, Cat Stevens deal. Little folksy.
Yeah, that's why I liked it. It's, it's simple.
Yeah. Simple pimple.
And the guitar sounded nice.
Thank you. Robbie, tell us about your song.
My song is called My Old Lady. Yeah, My Old Lady. And this is arguably the most inappropriate song I've ever written for a movie. There is, in no way does it match the vibes of this movie. In no way is it inspired by Cat Stevens. Boy, that's a lot to say. You ever just start a song and you're like, you know what? I'm going to force this one in there. But my song is called My Old Lady. And it's one of those things where I did something and then I just kept adding to it and subtracting to it. A lot of keyboard work, a lot of keyboard work, and just kept adding to it, subtracting to it. I even at one point toyed with the idea of doing the guitar on the keyboard, but I didn't like the sound of it and it just sounded better to do a regular guitar. So the song is called My Old Lady, and it goes like this.
She's driving off in cars that she doesn't own. Doesn't have a license, don't believe in those. She's been around the world a few times before, teaching me about life, opening doors. I find the question distasteful. The time on these dates is just wasteful. I set myself on fire to avoid that girl's desire, 'cause I finally found a person who loves a funeral pyre. She's my lady. She got a hold on me. She's pushing 80. My old lady. She got a hold on me. She's pushing 80. I finally found a friend. Of course she's near the end, because she's about to be an octogenarian. Living life to the fullest, though life can be the cruelest. Free in a tree from the sidewalk, are we really gonna do this? Running away from a cop, we don't have time to stop. We are busy living, any moment we could drop. We can scream and shout, we can embrace the doubt. And if you really want to, then I guess you can sing out. Her house is really quirky, but it feels like home. Just be happy, Mom, 'cause I'm not alone. Please be happy, Mom, 'cause I found a girl. She may be geriatric, but she is my world. She's my lady. She got a hold on me. She's pushing 80. My old lady. She got a hold on me. She's pushing 80. Yeah, she's my lady. She got a hold on me. Yeah, she's pushing 80.
That song was called My Old Lady.
Probably that song was fire.
Thank you.
Fire
Yeah, Laura
flames.
really enjoyed it. Thanks. Yeah.
Yeah, I like the kind of offbeat drum thing you got going on.
Yeah.
Liked all that.
Like, yeah, because I did that G minor thing where I just kind of went down a bunch of half steps, and then I just did the G minor, and then I was like, I gotta write a drum part that goes to that, so I just kind of went do ba do ba do ba do, but then I kept the hi-hat on the 4/4,
Yeah,
so
I like it.
a little funky. Yeah, it was one of those things like. I started doing it, and I was like, this is what I'm gonna do, and then I just kept adding and subtracting. There was a lot of things that I did, listened to it like 4 times, went, nah, and took that out and added it. So it was one of those, I'm gonna build this, and I was very happy with it. I actually listened to it, I was listening to it a lot this week.
Nice. Yeah, I really enjoyed it. That was really good.
Thank you. Yeah, it's called My Old Lady.
Very good. Excellent. Bobby, what do we got going on next week?
Andy, that is an excellent question. Next week, we're going into the world of video games. We're doing the Super Mario Brothers movie.
Wow. Now, we're doing the one from a couple years ago, right?
Yes, we're doing the animated Super Mario Brothers movie.
Okay. Bobby, have you ever seen that movie before?
I have, yeah.
What'd you
Have
think?
you?
Nah, we'll talk about it. We'll talk about it.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about it.
Yeah, I did, but I was in a room. I was in my classroom, and I didn't really watch it.
Oh, see,
it was not for the children.
I saw it a few years ago, not like on my own volition. And then I watched it again, and I will watch it again before we record next week.
Yeah, I'm finna do that. I would even say I'm finna do that. IGGY.
Very nice. She's in the movie?
Really?
No.
I didn't think so. Robbie, let me tell you where you can find the music. You go to TheRoydsBand. Nah, I freaked it up again. You go to Apple Music, Spotify, Deezer, wherever you get your music, and you search The Royds. And you'll find a bunch of collections of podcast songs, as well as studio recordings and a Christmas song. But if you want everything, you go to TheRoyds.bandcamp.com, and you'll find everything there. Bonus songs, guest songs, every single Royds song that has ever been is there. Check them out.
Check them out, scream and shout.
There you go. Check out the YouTube for all the songs as well. Robbie, tell us a little more about that.
You go to YouTube, you go to Instagram, you go to TikTok, you go to Reddit, you type in the Royds Band. You can send us an email at roydsrevue@gmail.com. Request a movie at the link below. Just get in contact with us in some way. We'd love to hear from you.
Yes, we truly appreciate it.
We did Harold and Maude because my dad filled out the link below. Because I wouldn't do it when he was texting me, you should do this. I said, no, you gotta fill out the link. And he said, you're a real piece of shit. You know that? You're a real son of a bitch.
He said, bet.
Yeah, that's exactly what he said. Yeah, actually, my 70-year-old father said bet. Facts. For real,
Facts.
no cap.
No cap. On God.
On Maude. Harold was on Maude.
Hey.
Hey. Now, next week, the Super Mario Brothers movie.
Yeah. Let me ask you a question. I know that this is a bit I've been doing, but this is a genuine question. Do you say Mario or Mario?
Mario.
Gotcha. Son of a bitch. All right. Well, we'll see you next week for the Super Mario Brothers movie.
Let's go.
I don't know. It feels wrong. I always say Mario.
I
then everybody says it's Mario.
I say Mario, but I've decided next week I'm going to troll and say Mario the whole time.
It's pretty good.
But everyone else will be the same. I'll say Luigi, Bowser,
Luigi.
Peach.
I'll say Luigi.
I'm going to say Peach, but instead I'm going to say ass.
Nice.
Princess ass.
All right, we'll see you, lady.
All right. Bye, everybody.